The Senate voted down a scaled-back Obamacare repeal bill on Friday in a shocking vote that marks a major defeat for GOP leaders and the 7-year effort to repeal the health law. The Senate voted 49 to 51 against the skinny bill that would have repealed Obamacare's individual and employer mandates and defund Planned Parenthood. The bill was cast by Republicans as a way to keep their repeal hopes alive and get to negotiations with the House. Now, it appears that Republican hopes of repealing Obamacare have been quashed. In a speech from the Senate floor early Friday morning after the surprise failed vote, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, of Kentucky, said it is time to move on. What we tried to accomplish for the American people was the right thing for the country, McConnell said. I think the American people are going to regret that we couldn't find another way forward. Sen. John McCain, REs, provided the crucial vote against the bill, alongside GOP Sens. Susan Collins, Maine, and Lisa Murkowski, Alaska. A succession of Republicans attempted to appeal to McCain as well as Murkowski on the Senate floor while the preceding vote was held open long after it usually would have closed. Vice President Mike Pence and Sen. Jeff Flake, also of Arizona, were among those who went to talk to McCain. We all wanted to try to get to a positive outcome, Murkowski said after the vote. It's very disappointing that we weren't able to, McCain said in a statement after the vote that he wanted to go back and use the committee process while working with Democrats on health care. We must now return to the correct way of legislating and send the bill back to committee, hold hearings, receive input from both sides of the aisle, heed the recommendations of nation's governors, and produce a bill that finally delivers affordable health care for the American people, McCain said in the statement. Moving forward, McConnell invited Democrats to offer their ideas, but he seemed skeptical, saying that bailing out insurance companies would not be acceptable. Now I think it's appropriate to ask, what are their ideas? McConnell said. It'll be interesting to see what they suggest as the way forward. Democratic requests include providing funding to lower premiums for high-cost enrollees, known as reinsurance, and guaranteeing key Obamacare payments known as cost-sharing reductions. President Trump has threatened to cancel those payments, and early Friday morning appeared to do so again. As I said from the beginning, let Obamacare implode, then deal. Watch, Trump tweeted. Sen. John Thune lawmakers look forward after Obamacare repeal failure. Senate defeats Obamacare repeal measure. McCain kills GOP's skinny Obamacare repeal plan. More. RSD pointed to hearings that could be held by Sen. Lamar Alexander lawmakers look forward after Obamacare repeal failure. Senate defeats Obamacare repeal measure. Overnight healthcare. Senate rejects repeal-only Obamacare plan, adds Target Heller. Capito overvote. Dem says Obamacare repeal effort moving U.S. toward single-payer. More. R10. With Sen. Patty Murray lawmakers look forward after Obamacare repeal failure. Senate defeats Obamacare repeal measure. Gao looking into improper HHS healthcare tweets. More. D-Wash, in the Health Committee, we're not adverse to that. I just don't have high hopes that we're really going to get anything that solves the problem that we think exists with Obamacare, Thune said. Ahead of the vote, many GOP senators admitted that the measure was not good policy, but, in a highly unusual situation, said they were voting for it simply to advance the process and set up a negotiation with the House on a new bill, in what is known as a conference committee, but some Republicans harbored fear that a conference committee could fail.